All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakar Kodash. Double honors to the elders of Great Millstone, and peace and salutation to the brothers that are doing this work in truth and sincerity. And we're going to jump right into the scripture. It says, Hebrews 4:1, it says, "Let us therefore fear, lest a promise being left us of entering into his rest, any of you should seem to come short of it." So to fear is to obey. And basically you always gotta guard yourself against falling to a spirit of complacency or of going through the motions. You know, you gotta make sure that the fire is always kept burning, that the lamp is always filled with oil. And the things that deter us or that can block us from being in that spirit could be the things of the flesh, the distractions. You know, the worldly concerns can give you a lack of focus. But that's why the scriptures warn us that, just because you're in the truth don't mean you made it, man. Don't mean that's an automatic. The brothers heard in a video one time that's an automatic ticket on the chariot. As you read down to verse 11, you know, we have to labor to enter this rest. This is Hebrews 4:11. It says, "Let us labor, therefore, to enter that rest." So this requires going to work, man. You know, and that's where the work is the effort that we put into this truth. And our effort is measured in the studying that we do, in the videos that we make, in the brotherhood that we show amongst each other. Those are all works. Those are all things that require effort, man. You know, like I always like to say, there's not going to be no participation trophies in the truth. You know, like they have in the world where the little league games and the little t-ball, where the children get participation trophies. Everybody makes to feel like a winner, despite what little effort they put into it. You know, they didn't like that in this truth. You know, the truth, as the elders always say, is work. It's about work. You know, GMS is about work. It's about works. And that's very evident when you compare that to other camps. So let's run that back again. Hebrews 4:11 says, "Let us labor, therefore, to enter into that rest, lest any man fall after the same example of unbelief." You know, so you got to be constantly on guard. You got to be constantly pushing yourself, disciplining yourself to be a soldier in this truth. Let's get 1 Corinthians 10:9. This is 1 Corinthians 10:9. Like the apostles say, we're not here. Apostle Kabar made a video. You know, we're not here for folly or vanity, man. We're here for labor and service and obedience. 1 Corinthians 10:9 said, "Neither let us tempt Mishi." Well, I'll start at verse. I'll start it up. Salakia. This is 1 Corinthians 10:1. This is the scripture says the title of the chapter says warning against idolatry. And it says, "Moreover, brethren, I would not that you should be ignorant that our fathers were under the cloud and all passed through the sea, and were baptized into Moses in the cloud and the sea. And they eat all the same spiritual meat, so they all started on equal footing. And did all drink the same spiritual drink, for they drank of the spiritual rock that followed them, and the rock was Meshach Yahushai. Said, but many of them Yahweh was not well pleased, for they were overthrown in the wilderness after they crossed the Red Sea." You know, and what happened in the wilderness? Not everybody made it because of their unbelief. Now, these things are examples to an intent that we should not lust after evil things as they also lust, and that's what held them back, man. That's what made them meet their death within the wilderness. It says, "Neither be ye idolaters, as were some of them, As it's written, the people sat down to eat and drink and rose up to play. So it was a spirit of vanity and folly, man. That's what their whole mentality and lifestyle was about. After they all started on equal footing, like it says. They all drank the spiritual drink, but they lusted after evil things. As the scripture said, the people sat down to eat and drink and rose up to play. So it was either one or the other. Either they were eating and drinking, or they were up, doing whatever vanity or folly they was doing. So neither let us commit fornication, as some of them committed. There was a lot of adultery going on. A lot of sexual lust being fulfilled. And found that one day 320,000. Now you can compare. Now you can't. This describes the so-called Black, Latino, Native American. They have that mindset of eat and drink, and rising up to play, and committing of fornication, and idolatry. And we are not to be of that kind, man. Verse 9 says, neither let us tempt Mashiach, as some of them also tempted, and were destroyed as serpents. Neither murmur, complain, you as some of them also murmured, were destroyed of the destroyer. Now this is the key right here. All things happen to them for examples, that they are written for a nation upon whom the end of the world are come. And we are in the end of the age, or end of the world. Wherefore let him that thinketh he standeth take heed lest he fall. So you can't be overconfident in your position or your standings in the truth, man, and get complacent. You always got to fight to be in the good graces of Mashiach Yahushai. Like I always like to bring out the scripture in Psalms, kiss the son lest he be angry, he perish from the way. There's always got to be a effort being made, man. And don't think for 1 second the Lord don't see your lack of effort. The Lord doesn't see your complacency, your procrastination, your undiscipline. And you might get away with it for a while, but sooner or later, it's going to catch up to you. And you're going to have no one to blame but yourself. Because Elder Gabar, he made a point a long time ago, the key to being in this thing, having longevity in this thing is sincerity and humility. It said, wherefore let him that thinketh standeth take heed lest he fall. There is no temptation taking you, but such is common to man. So you can't say that your situation is you can't make excuses. You can't say your situation is, oh, brother, you don't understand my situation. You don't understand what I'm going through. No. Scripture said that such is common to man. Everybody's going through the same thing, more or less. There's going to be various of what brother's going through, but at the end of the day, it's the same thing. Your hell might be different from another brother's hell, but that hell's suited for you and yours and your spirit. It says Yahweh is faithful enough so for you to be tempted, brother, you're able. See, so it's not like you can't use that excuse like you don't know what I'm going through, brothers. You don't know what kind of shit is on me. You can't use it. Everybody's going through their own shit. But will with temptation also make a way to escape it, that you may also bear it. It said, wherefore my dearly beloved, flee from idolatry. I speak as to wise men, judge you what I say. The cup of blessing which you bless, I'll just stop from there because that's basically the point. So you got to be very aware of your sincerity and your commitment in this thing. Scripture says in Proverbs 16 that pride goes before destruction, and a haughty spirit before the fall. So you can't get too ahead of yourself, man, because knowledge can puff you up, and you being in a you can be in that spirit. I've seen men be in that spirit where they think they were safe because they had that GMS moniker upon their channel, or they were in the group, and then it came to find out that they was just doing the bare minimum, and ultimately the Lord just put a spirit on them where they basically were no longer. And that's something very scary to witness. This came Romans 11:32. We'll close out on that. This is Romans 11. And 32. Let's see there. We'll start at verse so look. This is Romans 11:20. It's talking about the branches that were broken off. And it says, Romans 11:20, because unbelief they were broken off, and now stands by faith. Be not high minded, but fear. See, that's what I wanted to get. Be not high minded, but fear. Don't think that you gotta fight for this faith every day. As you read, you gotta labor to get into the rest. For if Yahweh spared not the natural branches, take heed also he spared not thee. Behold, therefore, the goodness and severity of Yahweh on them which felt severity, but toward thee goodness, if thou continue in his goodness, otherwise thou shalt be cut off. See that? So the Lord can be severe against you, or he can have goodness fall upon you. It's gonna depend on your sincerity. Because you can't bullshit. You can't play a con game with the Lord, man. Scripture says he tries to render your heart. So you always gotta be mindful of your efforts, of your works. And whether you're putting forth your sincerest effort or not, or you're just half-assing it, or you're just going through the motions. And that's a lukewarm spirit right there, man. That's something that you got to be very mindful of and pray about, man. But that being said, it's a real quick lesson. Most I will hope is edifying. That will give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Kahala Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Brothers, keep on pushing. Shalom.